So today we're going to be going over 8 men's fragrances that you can always rely on. These here are going to have your back through the thick and thin. Because we know that fragrance is constantly evolving. There's new trends, new kind of hot items that are coming out and going in all the time. It's an ongoing thing. It can be a lot to keep up with. I think if you leave the community and kind of stop looking into it for a few months or so and you come back, everything has already changed so much. The landscape is starting to evolve already, and you miss out on a lot. I mean, a lot happens in a short amount of time in the fragrance community. It's ever evolving and it's getting crazier as time goes on. But these here, these stand the test of time. They're going to live through all of these trends and they're just always going to work for you. I will link these up down below so you can pick them up at discount prices. We're going to start right here with John Varvatos Vintage. This one kind of has a little bit of a cult following for great reason. Very justified. A lot of people love this one. And when you get your nose on this one and you try it yourself, you kind of understand why there's so much love for it. It's a great scent. John Varvatos is a brand that often puts out amazing quality scents for relatively low prices on discounters. Now, their prices have crept up over the years. Going rate used to be $35, $40, sometimes less. Now you're looking up into the 50s on certain ones, but they're still worth it at that price point. Tobacco, suede, fur, some of the main notes here. There's a whole bunch of other notes going on as well. Typically, the John Varvatos fragrances do have substantial note breakdowns. It's aromatic, it's woody, has a little bit of a kind of smokiness in the base, kind of hidden behind all of the aromatics here. It's very masculine, very mature, and ultimately incredibly timeless. Next up, we're going to go with another classic. We have Tom Ford. For men, just Tom Ford for men. That's really all there is to it. Not a flanker, not a eau de parfum or an eau de toilette, anything like that. It's literally Tom Ford for men. Easy as it gets. We've got lemon, ginger, and tobacco in this one as well. Now, it is an eau de toilette. What I was saying by that, it wasn't like a Tom Ford for men EDP, as if there was an EDT version before or whatever. It's literally standalone Tom Ford for men, which makes it really easy to get into this one and pick up. You can get this one on discounters, 100 ml bottle. It's not a lot of money, but it smells great, man. It is a classic. It's relatively stripped back. You know, there isn't a ton going on here. It's not really a fragrance that has so much dimension or depth that it's going to blow you away, but it's not really what we're going for here. We're wanting things that hold up to the test of time, that will work for years and years to come, and that's what this one does. It's classic, it's gentlemanly, it's refined, it's mature. You know, it's got that Tom Ford quality, that Tom Ford feel and smell, and I think this one here is a very nice pickup. Now, one thing that I do like to bring up here on the channel is making sure that you're also incorporating some sort of skincare routine, or at least trying to take care of your skin in a way other than just scrubbing it with harsh body soaps and whatever you can get your hands on in the shower. And so today we decided to partner up with a company called Bulk OM as the sponsor of this one. And they are a skincare company that's really revolutionizing how you kind of take care of your skin. They make it super easy. It's a 3-step process for you. Step 1 is going to be to use the cleanser, and you're going to see on screen just how cool this is because they give you the bubble net, which is a revolutionary thing, has completely changes the game. This is an all Japanese company, by the way, and so the way they do things over there is pretty remarkable. This is very genius to me, and it works great. It produces this rich, foamy, heavy lather that makes it super easy to cleanse your face of all the impurities. There's a mild exfoliant in this cleanser to really help rid your pores of all that dirt and grime. Step 2, you need to hydrate. So that's where the toner comes in. Just a clear liquid here, but it does have this very, very nice subtle fragrance to it. Now, you guys know I'm a fragrance guy. This is a fragrance channel. I would not lie when I say that it does smell very nice. It's a very light floral, but still masculine. And again, key word is light. Inoffensive, very subtle. That's the word I'm looking for. This is not going to overpower your fragrance or your deodorant or even your body wash. It's very subtle. It sticks around for just a little while after you wash your face and use this, so it doesn't stay all day. But it just kind of leaves you feeling refreshed in the morning. Before you apply your scent of the day, you roll out of bed, you wash your face, use these products, you just feel alive and awake. And step 3, the final step, makes it super easy for you, is of course the lotion. This is a non-greasy moisturizer that leaves your face feeling refreshed and hydrated throughout the entire day. It's a really nice way to kind of give your skin that glow and to kind of give you that revitalized feeling. And it's, again, the third step in the program here. And this is going to have you sit up through the entire day. I felt amazing this morning after using these products. Using the toner especially really kind of gives me this awakened and rejuvenated feeling. My skin doesn't feel tight or irritated at all. The stuff works like crazy. They do also have a subscription program. You will get 50% off your first box here. And you get all of the stuff that I just mentioned. The lotion, the toner, the wash, and the bubble net. All that will end up being $47 when you get that first box in. And then from there on, the second order will be 15% off, putting it in at about $74. That will include everything aside from the bubble net, which you will reuse. There's no discount code needed. It will be automatically applied at checkout. The duration is every 30 days, and you can skip a box anytime. You can cancel anytime. There's no contract. You're not locked in. If you're not using enough, then, well, you can skip a month and wait till next month to get your next box. There's free shipping for all orders. There's no hidden fees. They get everything you need right to your doorstep. They make it super easy. And I gotta just say, when I use these products, I feel luxurious. I feel like I'm somewhere getting this high-end treatment, like I'm being pampered or something, even though I'm at my house in my basement by myself doing it. It's just a really great way to give you that boost of confidence and to make you feel amazing and to make your skin look awesome as well. Thank you, Bulk Ohm, for sponsoring this video. Let's get back into this one here with Roberto Cavalli UOMO Silver Essence. Tonka, orris root, and violet leaf are some of the main notes. This one here is a fantastic cheapie. Yeah, a cheapie. This one comes in at, I want to say, around $25, $30, somewhere around in that range. It does go in and out of stock often, so I would advise, if you're interested, go ahead and pick it up before it's too late. But it smells fantastic. Nice kind of powdery, masculine smell. It's different. It's not your typical designer level scent. It's not your typical cheap fragrance either. You know, it kind of brings something a little bit new and refreshing to the table here. Great for spring, great for early summer, great for fall, all of that stuff. Very versatile, and for the price, it's very hard to beat. It's timeless stuff that's really going to work well for years to come. Next up, we have UOMO Casual Life by Ferragamo. Violet leaf, coffee, and lemon are some of the main notes. Another one that is just very pleasant. You know, again, the trend here is we're not going for super challenging, mind-blowing scents, but what we are going for is fragrances that are uplifting. They do kind of give you that confidence boost and that feeling, and that's kind of what this one does. That opening, that smells great. It's vibrant, it's juicy, it's bright, it's sparkling, and almost has a little bit of a fruitiness as well. This one opens up and smells awesome. You do get a little bit of that coffee in the base, not very strong, definitely wouldn't be considered a coffee fragrance, even though there are some slight nuances. Really, it's all about the freshness. There's some ambroxan in here as well, kind of giving it this sparkly, bubbly, uplifting smell. It's a great one for spring, for summertime as well. High summer heat, this one would work great. You can see by the bottle, just super bright and refreshing. You know, it's kind of a different take on the UOMO bottle, which are typically going to be, you know, UOMO and UOMO signature, darker, sweeter scents. This one is the opposite of that. Great for the warm weather, and it's a big compliment getter. Next up, let's go with EMPORIO Armani Diamonds Black Carrot for Men. Cacao, Sichuan pepper, and Gaiac wood are some of the main notes. This one goes in a little bit more of a different direction here, more kind of warm, spicy, but I still wanted to include it because it's different. It's not talked about all the time, but I definitely think it should be, or at least brought up more. It's a great, pleasant smelling scent. You can get this one on discounters. I don't know what the production is on this one, if it's discontinued, if they're still making it, I've got no clue, but I know you still can pick it up. But it's pleasant. It smells good. It's a men's fragrance. You know, it has that timeless feel. Don't know for sure when it came out, but it doesn't smell dated. I don't think it ever will. It's one of those scents that will work and work and work for as long as it is around, and I think that's pretty admirable. Next up, let's go with Bottega Veneta Pour Homme. This is just the original here. The Extreme can sometimes be a little bit hard to get, so I wanted to feature this one because it is easy to pick up. If you can get the Extreme, then I would go for that one as well. But at the same time, I still love the original so much that I will recommend this one and not be afraid to either. I mean, oh man, I absolutely love this scent. I adore this fragrance. It is a masculine, woodsy, outdoorsman scent that smells amazing. Pine, leather, fir, and juniper, some of the main notes. Man, it's a nice note breakdown as well. Very aromatic, very woody, and again, very masculine. For my younger crowd out there, this should go without saying, but I feel like I have to say it anyway. Do your due diligence and sample it first or skip it because this is kind of something almost like it could be described as a similar category of polarization to, I don't know, I guess Bentley for Men Absolute or something, or Bentley for Men Intense. You see people all the time who blind buy that one and they hate it because it's different than the mainstream designer releases. That's kind of how this one is to some extent. Now, I don't think it's as challenging as the Bentleys there, but still very woody, aromatic. Some may say a little bit old smelling, although I don't really think so. I think it's traditionally masculine for sure, but I think it'll stand the test of time for years to come. If you yourself are an outdoorsman, if you like to be outside, spend time in nature, I think you would appreciate this fragrance, and I think that's why I do so much. It reminds me of being outside in the woods, and I love it. Almost done. Second to last fragrance, we have Gentleman Eau de Toilette Intense by Givenchy. Iris, tonka bean, and cypress are some of the main notes. One that really grew on me a lot. Did a 360 on me, went from being something that I had no interest in at all to now I really appreciate it and I respect it. It's going to be kind of a fresher take on the line, but still with that iris and still some sweetness, of course, with the tonka bean. It's a different take, something that at first it was a little bit kind of off-putting to me. It threw me off. I think the way the cypress and sweetness and everything mixed together was a little bit strange to me. But over time, it really started to grow on me to the point now where I understand this fragrance. I respect it. I think it's a nice pickup because it's so versatile, because it works so well. And I think it always will be, man. It kind of, I guess, follows a little bit of the trend with the iris and tonka, I suppose. But I don't see this going anywhere. You know, I think this one could even outlive Gentleman EDP because that one is even more in that trendy direction. This one's just more fresh. It's light. It's easy to pull off. And I think it would resonate with a lot of people out there. And we're going to end this on a similar looking bottle, somewhat coloration-wise. Acqua di Gio Profondo Light, the glow-in-the-dark bottle. Sea notes, rosemary, lavender, and cypress are some of the main notes. I love Profondo, huge fan. And Profondo Lights is also very nice. Simply put, it's a more aromatic version of Profondo. Easiest way to put it. Profondo is mineral notes, orange, sea notes. There's like aquazome. You know, it's just fresh, very fresh, aquatic, and mineral smelling. Keyword minerals. You really do pick that up in Profondo. This one is introducing the cypress, the aromatics, the rosemary, all of that stuff to kind of focus some direction less on the mineral notes and the aquatics and more on just kind of a woody masculine touch of this one. So maybe if you wanted a Profondo for spring or fall, this would work, or even summer evenings, you know, wear Profondo during the day. And if you want something with a little bit more richness and depth in the summertime, you can just layer this right over the top of Profondo as you head into the evening. That would work great. But I really do think this one here has the potential to hold up for years and years to come, because while it is kind of an aquatic style trend, it's still a different take on it, and I think this will work for a long time. Alrighty guys, that's going to do it for me. 8 men's fragrances that you can always rely on. These here, they just work. They work so well, and I think they always will. I will link them down below. And don't forget to check out Bulk Homme. I will link them down below as well. Make sure you take advantage of this offer. It's just such a nice experience. I love it. Can't wait to continue using them every single day. It was the perfect start to my day. Like this morning, for example, woke up, used the products, and I just feel great. I feel energized. Sometimes it's hard to get up and really get energetic early in the morning. This really does help. Everything from just feeling clean and refreshed, the toner kind of giving me that nice awakened feeling, and even the subtle fragrance of the stuff. It had me feeling motivated this morning, and I think it'll do that for a lot of you guys as well. That's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care.